Have you ever noticed how some people can transform their greatest pain into acts of love? How they use the very thing that hurt them most to heal and embrace others? If you know a Pisces, or if you are a Pisces yourself, you'll understand perfectly what I'm talking about. Pisces carries very specific emotional wounds, but has a unique gift for transforming those wounds into compassion, pure love, and healing for others. And this is no coincidence. It's as if the universe gave Pisces the ability to feel everything intensely precisely, so they could teach the rest of the world about forgiveness, acceptance, and unconditional love. Today I'll reveal the 5 most common emotional wounds Pisces carry from an early age, and how each of these wounds transforms into an inexhaustible source of love and wisdom. If you stick around until the end, you'll understand why Pisces is considered the most spiritually evolved sign of the zodiac. And if you leave now, you'll miss the chance to understand one of astrology's most beautiful mysteries: the wound of abandonment. The first wound Pisces carries is that of abandonment. From a young age, this sign feels an inexplicable emptiness, as if something is always missing. It could be an absent father, an emotionally distant mother, or simply that feeling of not completely belonging anywhere. Pisces grows up feeling the need to constantly adapt to avoid being left behind. They develop an extreme sensitivity to signs of rejection. A different look, a dry tone of voice, a prolonged silence, and there they are, Pisces, wondering what they did wrong. But here's the magic. This wound of abandonment makes Pisces the most welcoming sign in the entire zodiac. Anyone who has felt the bitter taste of being alone will never let anyone else go through that. Pisces becomes the person who always has time to listen, who never judges, who offers a shoulder to cry on when you need it most. It's Pisces who notices when someone is feeling left out in a group of friends and strikes up a conversation. It's Pisces who remembers the birthday everyone forgot. It's Pisces who texts asking how you are, even when you haven't spoken in months. The wound of abandonment becomes a superpower to never abandon anyone. The wound of misunderstanding. Pisces' second wound is misunderstanding. This sign lives in a world of feelings, intuitions, and invisible connections that others can't see. And from an early age, Pisces learns that the world doesn't understand their way of working. When Pisces says they feel something is going to happen, others roll their eyes. When Pisces cries while watching a movie, they're told they're too sensitive. When Pisces needs time alone to process their emotions, they're called dramatic. This constant misunderstanding creates a deep wound of feeling different, wrong, and overreacting. But this same wound makes Pisces the sign most understanding of others. Those who have felt misunderstood develop an incredible ability to see beyond appearances. Pisces can sense what you're feeling even when you don't say anything. It's Pisces who realizes that behind your irritation lies sadness. It's Pisces who understands that your silence isn't indifference, it's fear. It's Pisces who can translate feelings into words when you can't even explain what's happening. The wound of misunderstanding becomes the gift of understanding everything and everyone. The wound of betrayal. Pisces has a natural tendency to trust people. They believe in human kindness, give the benefit of the doubt, and see potential even where it doesn't exist. And precisely because of this, they are often disappointed. The wound of betrayal in Pisces runs deep because they give their whole heart, without reservations. It could have been the friend who spilled a secret, the partner who lied, the person Pisces trusted most who let them down when they needed it most. Every betrayal leaves a mark, teaching Pisces that perhaps they're too naive, that perhaps they should protect their heart more. But instead of hardening, Pisces chooses the path of forgiveness. And it's not because they're foolish or weak. It's because they understand that holding a grudge is like carrying poison in their own body. The wound of betrayal teaches Pisces about genuine compassion, about understanding that people fail not out of malice, but out of limitation. Pisces becomes the person who forgives even when it hurts, who gives second chances even when everyone says they shouldn't. It's the sign that can separate the action from the person, that sees the imperfect human being behind the mistake. The wound of betrayal becomes the capacity to love unconditionally. If you're enjoying learning about how Pisces works, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any content about the signs. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know where this video is reaching. The wound of rejection. The fourth wound Pisces carries is rejection. This sign has a deep need to be accepted, to belong, to feel valued for who they are. But often, precisely because they're different, sensitive, and see the world in a unique way, Pisces faces rejection. At school, he might have been the quiet kid no one asked to play. At work, he might be the one with creative ideas that others consider impractical. In relationships, he might be the one who loves too much and scares, or the one who feels too much and bothers. Every rejection hurts Pisces as if it were the first time. Because this sign doesn't develop a thick skin, it doesn't learn to be indifferent. It continues to offer itself completely to the world, even knowing it could be rejected again. And it's precisely this vulnerability that makes Pisces the most loving sign of the zodiac. Those who know the pain of rejection never reject someone cruelly. Pisces becomes the person who accepts others as they are, flaws and qualities alike, without trying to change them. It's Pisces who embraces the weird friend everyone avoids. It's Pisces who gives opportunities to those no one believes in. It's Pisces who sees beauty where others only see imperfections. The wound of rejection becomes the superpower of total acceptance. The wound of spiritual loneliness. Pisces' fifth and deepest wound is spiritual loneliness. This sign is born with a natural connection to the divine, with a perception that goes beyond the material world. But they live in a society that values what can be touched, measured, and proven. Pisces feels they came from somewhere else, that they have a greater mission, that there's something more important than just working, consuming, and accumulating. But when they try to share this perception, they're often misunderstood or even ridiculed. They develop a profound loneliness, one who carries a truth few can see. This wound of spiritual loneliness is the one that hurts Pisces the most, because it strikes at the core of who they are. It's like carrying a treasure whose value no one recognizes. It's like having a thirst that can only be quenched by water others don't even know exists. But it's precisely this wound that makes Pisces a natural healer. Those who know their spiritual thirst can quench the thirst of others. Pisces becomes the person who offers comfort that goes beyond words, who brings peace with their mere presence, who connects others with something greater than themselves. It's Pisces who can touch people's souls through art, music, and poetry. It's Pisces who offers a love that heals old wounds, that awakens faith in those who had lost hope. The wound of spiritual loneliness becomes the gift of connecting earth and heaven. Now do you understand why Pisces is considered the most spiritually evolved sign? Every wound they carry transforms into a different way of loving. Abandonment becomes acceptance. Misunderstanding becomes understanding. Betrayal becomes forgiveness. Rejection becomes acceptance. Spiritual loneliness becomes divine connection. Pisces proves that there is no such thing as useless pain, that there is no such thing as purposeless suffering. It shows that we can choose what to do with our wounds. We can let them harden us or make us more human. We can use our pain to hurt others or to heal them. If you know a Pisces, understand that behind all that sensitivity lies incredible strength. Behind those easy tears lies profound wisdom. And if you're a Pisces, know that your wounds aren't weaknesses. They're your superpowers in disguise. Which of these 5 wounds touched your heart the most? Can you see how they transform into love in your life or in the life of someone you know? Pisces' greatest lesson is that we can transform any pain into healing, any wound into wisdom, any tear into compassion.